Yes.
More news coming from Michigan and the scandal. Pete, what's the latest going on with the Wolverines and the sign-stealing situation?
Yeah, Rece, Michigan staffer Connor Stalions, the staffer at the heart of this NCAA investigation, announced his resignation on Friday. A lawyer for Stalions released a statement late Friday that said in part that Jim Harbaugh nor any coaching staff members at Michigan were aware of any improper conduct. Rece, this obviously falls in line with the statement Jim Harbaugh made earlier in this investigation that he had no knowledge of any illegal sign stealing.
Well, that may be true, but that also falls in line with every scandal in the history of college athletics. Somebody taking the fall for it, but it might be true. Who knows? The question now is, if there is punishment for Michigan or Jim Harbaugh, would it come down this year? And if so, what would that look like?
Yeah, Rece, the most telling sign that the Big Ten, which would take action immediately and has the purview to do that, it would come under the league's sportsmanship policy. And the most telling sign that could happen is that Tony Petitti told his athletic directors this week that he's been engaged with the NCAA, which is an important step in getting a fact set in this case. In the last few days, Petitti has spoken with the athletic directors. He's spoken with the presidents. He's spoken with the coaches. And the next steps appear that there will be some type of punishment for Michigan. The most likely scenario here is some type of suspension for Jim Harbaugh. I wouldn't expect anything to happen today before they kick off against Purdue at 7:30, but in the upcoming days, Rece, I would expect that we're going to find out whether or not the Big Ten will punish Jim Harbaugh, what that will be, and how long that suspension would be potentially.
What do you expect from Michigan to respond?
I think that's fair. I think you take yourself into that locker room. I can just tell you, just as a college football fan, and I'm not saying whatever happened, I'm just ready for watch football. I'm ready to watch them get on the field. I've kind of had enough of this story. We'll see where it leads. I'd be shocked if the Big Ten did something in this season, but who knows? Unprecedented times. Very tough spot for the first-year commissioner to be in. But I'm excited that we're actually going to watch Maize and Blue on the field and talk about this football team. I thought it was interesting. Ryan Waters came out and just said that it's a fact. They cheated, not an opinion. He just said it's weird to think the week that they're going to play an opponent that went down. But, yeah, I'm just excited, Pat, to see how this team will react. J.J. McCarthy, when Jim Harbaugh was suspended the first, whatever it was, 3 or 4 games, he was fired up about his coach. I can imagine it's a veteran team. I think it will bring them together. I think it's going to be, we'll show you that's not the reason, kind of like the Astros did in baseball. We'll show you that's not the reason we're a great team. That's what I think.
And to echo your sentiment and kind of expand upon it, when the New England Patriots were charged with either Spygate or Deflategate, their mantra inside the building was, oh, is that why we're winning? You think that is why we're winning as players? And it really did rally them together. The facts are the facts, though, on the field. The closest game this Michigan team has played this year is a 24-point spread, and that was against Rutgers. J.J. McCarthy has accounted for 21 total touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Those all came on the same exact game. So I think we all share the feeling that it stinks that this is happening on this particular season because of how good this team is on the field. There's more stuff rolling out, too, about Connor Stalions in 2021, texting with people, basically telling them what he's doing and how he's acting alone. So there's going to be a paper trail for all these different stories. But to Kirk's point, I think we're all excited to move on. But if they cheated, we know the NCAA will get them by 2030 or so.
Yeah.
And that's really...
Is that the over-under? You set the over-under?
Yeah,
just set the over-under at 2030.
They got 7 years to figure this whole thing out. But the team is so damn good.
Wow.
And I think that's why it's kind of a bummer. It's kind of hanging over everybody's head.
Yeah. Well, you look at the team, and the thing that you notice about this team is that they're a resilient team. Veteran leadership, one of the best teams in the country, number 3 right now. When the story first broke, they had to play Michigan State. They went on the road. They handled their business. And then they had a bye week. So you would think, okay, maybe information starts to trickle in. It's going to affect these guys. These guys are focused, man. They know who they are. They know what the mission is. And they're going to go out there and handle their business. At the end of the day, we all want to talk about football. J.J. McCarthy may be the number 2 guy right now in the Heisman voting. You know, he's right behind Michael Penix Jr. Roman Wilson is having an extremely productive season. But I looked at the Biletnikoff watch list. There's like 63 receivers, and Michigan's Roman Wilson wasn't even on the list for the Biletnikoff watch list, which is insane once you look at this young man's numbers. But this team, they're selfless. They don't care about individual awards. They're a team that loves each other, and they know one mission, and one mission is to get to the championship game.
Give me something.